Now, I know this is a controversial topic, but I'm gonna share my experience with speaking in tongues. I don't remember how old I actually was when I first started speaking in tongues. Um, but I would want to give a experience that I had. So I didn't. I knew how to speak in tongues. I really did not use that gift frequently at all. I went on with life. I left the church. I was doing everything I wanted to do, all the bad stuff, enjoying myself, right? Or so I thought. And there was this one day, periodically I would pray in tongues, you know, but I think I was in my 20s. I want to say late 20s, mid to late 20s, and I was so high. I had gotten so high, and to the point I felt like I was going to die. And I remember sitting on the couch, and I was like, in my mind, I need to pray. And I was trying to use my words, but it was a spiritual thing going on. I could not speak. Like I was stuttering. My words sounded funny. Like there was no one would have been able to understand what I was saying. I didn't understand what I was saying. So I was like, oh, I'll speak in tongues. What came out of my mouth was not what I had previously experienced, and it scared the crap out of me. It felt like there was something taking over my mouth. And you know, I used to watch the Harry Potter stuff, and I said it's kind of like a Slytherin tongue. I felt like I was talking like a snake. The way my tongue was moving, the sounds that were coming from my mouth. And I remember stopping. I was like, I can't pray. I can't pray for myself. What can I do? And I called my brother in the faith, and I was explaining to him what happened. And he just interceded for me. He just prayed and prayed for me. And I finally came down from that. And so from that experience, I was just like, so there is another tongue that people can't understand. People call it a heavenly language, but there's also a demonic language too. And that scared the crap out of me. And I didn't speak in tongues for a while, but as I started to grow in my faith and I started to pray in tongues, I would start getting revelation of what I was praying for, which I would, my mother told me before she passed that, when you're praying in tongues and you start hearing what is being said, then you start praying in your natural language. So I started doing that and using the gift to be able to intercede for myself, my friends, my family. But yeah, tongues is real. I know people deny it. But that's my experience, and no one can discount what I've experienced. What about you? What do you think about tongues?